my last video, we got the roof rafters up and we laid down the plywood over the entire roof. So now it's time to cover the roof with a waterproof membrane to protect it from the weather, more specifically the rain. Did I say we get a lot of rain here? Let me see what it looks like. And it's got what, a layer? How does
This keeps the controls the sticky. That's what goes against the roof.
Okay. Cool.
There's these convenient markers every 6 inches, so 1 foot, 2 foot,
6 inches?
3 foot.
Cool.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 10-foot piece is a good piece to work with.
It's a waterproof membrane. You start at the bottom. Now some people only put it at the bottom, but I'm covering the entire roof with it because I don't want to have any leaks. You start at the bottom, you overlap it. It's just peel and stick. It goes on pretty easy because I'm not putting anything up through the roof. There's not going to be any vents, no chimneys, no anything. So I want it to be well covered. And the package says it should not be left uncovered for more than 120 days. So within 120 days, I need to make sure that I get the roofing material. I'd like to have a metal roof. And
Let me count. If you do 11.5 foot, that'll be perfect.
The next one?
Yeah. All right. 11.5.
Half.
And a half.
Here you go.
I got that.
Very unforgiving if you make mistakes.
Yeah. See that? That's super sticky. When we put the tarp back on, we should have black down, silver up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course. Yep.
Overlap. That's right. I bought 2 rolls thinking that that would be enough to cover the roof. Well, we were a little bit short. I actually need to buy another roll because I don't have any left over to do the porch roof.
No, this is where I said it. Yeah, this is right where I put it. Shorter than that.
So the roof is on, and it's covered with a tarp to protect from rain, even though we did put the water membrane on, but it wasn't quite enough to do the whole roof. So it's going to stay like this for a little while until we can do the next thing. Well, it was a little easier putting the tarp on this time.
Yeah. Because
Went on much faster than it has in the past.
Yes.
Because we have a smooth roof now.
Yes.
And you guys folded the tarp. That made it easier.
I did that on purpose. Yeah.
Yes, I knew that's what you were doing. So, it's covered. Well, the roof is on. And it has a waterproof membrane on it. And it has a heavy-duty tarp. That's that dark tarp that you see on the edges. And then we have the lighter tarp, which covers the whole thing, so we don't have to worry about water getting inside. So at least this area is protected. We still have to fill in some gaps around the top edge, in the front, and also the back. And I'm waiting for my windows to come in, which should be here possibly next week, I think. Water gets in on the porch, that's fine because that's waterproof. But inside here, the cabin is going to remain dry. Now it's even a bigger tent
Which way you gonna
in
leave
our
up or
yard.
louder, John? Over here where it's open.
Let's go see how my canopy umbrella is working, if we are keeping everything dry on a rainy day. Oops, I do see a pocket of rain. 2 pockets. I'm concerned about this wood because this is all weather treated. So I'm not totally worried about the outside porch. But I do want to knock that water out. Tightened up that string so that hopefully you won't have more pockets of water. But it's okay, this is the porch, so that's fine. The most important thing is that inside here everything stays dry, which it is, and I'm happy about that. The tarp is shortest on the porch side, which is fine. Everything looks nice and dry inside, no issues, which I didn't really expect any. Quite dry back here. Almost a channel from the tent, from the tarp, which creates a tent over the structure. It's raining outside, but we are dry in here because we have at least the top protected. Still haven't finished putting up the walls around the edges, but at least we're keeping it dry, under cover, And we don't have any water getting inside the building. So that's good. So my tent has grown taller. And yeah, my tarp is pretty big. It covers the whole structure. Right now we are undercover waiting for better weather, sunny skies, and also I've run out of money. But I do have the windows that are on the way. There seems to be a holdup with one of them. They're supposed to have been here 2 weeks ago and they're not here. So I don't know what's happening with that. And then the other two are coming possibly this week, or is it next week? And I haven't ordered a door yet. So I'm still trying to figure that out. But the good news is we are protected from the rain and we have no leaks inside the building. It doesn't exactly qualify as being dried in completely, but you know, we have sort of built a shelter around the structure. This is the beginning of the dream. There's no windows on the back side because I don't want to look at my neighbors. I mean, in the summertime I don't see them because of the trees around, but in the winter when the trees are gone, I can see my neighbors. I need the wall space, so there's no windows in the back. I knew that when I started this project, I wasn't going to have enough money to complete it entirely. Goal was to at least get it to a place where I can keep it dry inside the building. And I knew in advance that I was going to have to, at some point, the project would come to a standstill because then I would have to save up more money for the future phases of the project. This project has cost me far more than I expected it to. Building materials costs a lot of money, and I have exhausted my resources currently. But at least we got this far. At least we got it so that we can keep it dry. We've had a lot of rain. We've had several days of rain, but it has stayed dry in here, so I'm happy about that. That was the main goal about getting started, was to bring it to a place where I don't have to worry about rain getting inside. Now I know my floors are getting very dirty, but when we finally, finish the exterior and get it all closed down, then we will clean it up and I'll work on finishing the floors. It's just the porch that is because of holes in the tarp. There must be rain's coming in sideways, that's what it is. I'm sort of at a standstill right now. I've run out of money. We're keeping it covered for now to protect it from the weather. I have to save up enough money to actually buy the actual roofing. We have a waterproof membrane on the roof, and we have up to 120 days that we can't leave it exposed. Now, it's not totally exposed. We have 2 covers on it, and I hope that's good enough. I'm not sure if it's like it breaks down or something after 120 days, but we do need to make it a priority to get the roof material, which I haven't yet priced, but I've used up all my money and I can't buy any more materials at this point, so I have to wait until I can save money to buy the roofing. I'm going to do metal roofing. It's a pretty simple roof. It doesn't have any complicated, shapes. It's just a gable roof, and I think it's 400 square feet. I think it's 200 square feet per side. So, plus the porch. I haven't calculated the porch roof because we'll have to have the same roofing material on the porch. I gotta look at what that's going to cost, and I got a budget for that. And I'm trying to build this as I have the money. Here's some of the leftover plywood pieces so we can use up a little bit of that. I will have to buy more plywood because I'm going to need a lot more to cover the porch roof. So it's still far off before I can actually start using this space, but at least we got a start on it. So we could do little things, you know, around, but we can't do much on it right now. So we're sort of stuck at a standstill until I have more money. So I don't know how long it's going to sit like this. I'll have to do what I can as I have the money. So it may sit for a few months. And also I'm taking a trip in June, so I won't be around. So we've created kind of an umbrella around the structure, and we have lots of bungee cords and ropes tying it to the trees so that we have the water runs off. The wind gets in there and causes it to puff up like a bubble, like a balloon almost. I am going to love this porch. It appears to be shady pretty much all day long. And so it's going to be so nice to sit out here and enjoy the sounds of the birds, to watch the squirrels, listen to the chickens. Oh yes, it's a lot quieter now with the chickens because we only have one rooster. We got rid of the other rooster. We gave him to a friend. So now we don't have so much crowing. I'm sure in the videos in the past you've heard that annoying rooster crowing. Yeah, this is going to be nice. Here's an inside look. We have a lot of space. I have a lot of space. But right now it's just a work zone. I have 2 of the windows that have come in. I'm waiting for the other 2. And we still have a little bit of work to do around the upper portion, which we could do a little bit of that. I have a little bit of plywood left over, so we can work on that. But really I'm kind of at a standstill. I can't do a whole lot. And at some point I gotta bring my electrician in to wire it up before we do any of the insulation. But I think the priority right now is I need to buy the roofing materials to finish off the roof. I gotta look at what that's going to cost, and I got a budget for that. And I'm trying to build this as I have the money. So if you'd like to help me continue on this project, please consider a donation. I have below the video in the video description links to my Cash App and my Venmo app. You can also use the Super Thanks button, which is under any one of my videos. Another way you can help is by watching more of my other videos. I have, well, not quite 700. I think I have 670 plus videos on my channel on a variety of different subjects: raising chickens, gardening, basket making, making sock bunnies, sewing tips, home repairs. I can't even remember all of the content that I have on my channel, but I'm sure you can find something that you'll find interesting. The more videos you watch, the better you help my channel, and you help me to further my goal of completing my crafting cottage. I look forward to the day that it's done and I'm moving into it, but I can see right now that is a long ways off. So thank you for watching this video. Please consider giving it a thumbs up and do leave me a comment, because that also helps my channel with engagement. Thanks for watching. Started working on a entrance path. I've done a little bit of landscaping here. I'm going to make some more stones to make it too wide. instead of a single row. That's why there's a gap here. And I planted a hosta, and then I have a flowering bush here that eventually that will be big. And I planted a wandering Jew back there, so I will have more flowering bushes around here eventually, because I'm going to do something in this area to make it pretty. And I will be doing some work back in here. I have a little sitting area, and then I have a blueberry patch that has been started right there.